I would certainly have him. Someone who I think still can win you a couple of games on single-handedly.
Is Hashim Amla been unsold and Joe?
Again, that's surprising. That was surprising because he got a couple of hundreds last year, and we know Hashim how good a player he is, and he may not be your Chris Gales and the Brendan McCullums who will tee off from ball one, but Hashim is very effective in the shorter format, and I'm a bit surprised, but I'm sure again tomorrow is another day where people will call back some of the players who missed out today.
Joe Root?
Yeah, even I was surprised because first season unsold. Yeah, again, I would have thought that someone like RCB would get him. You have top quality players now with Brendan McCullum there, Virat, then AB, then possibly Joe Root in the mix would bring about a strong balance. But again, I was a bit surprised that he went unsold.
Badri came here and he said he's not an IPL player. He's not a player of IPL formats. What do you say about that?
No, I think we have a pretty. Sometimes you tend to have certain, preconceived ideas about certain players, but I think in a 20-over format, you still need someone who's a busy player who can collect. Someone like a Williamson. I think SRH have done really well to retain him. So he's someone. Joe Root is very similar to that. And if you have really high quality batsmen who tend to be very aggressive at the start, he is someone who can do both roles, because you can't always expect that you will get 200 in every 20-over game. So there will be times when you will need the balance. And I think Joe Root, with his experience, and we saw that in the T20 World Cup, he played a fantastic role for England. I mean, he looked as though he was just playing normal cricketing shots, and he was probably going at 160 strike rate. So he's someone who can do that. He has the experience, and he's had the experience of playing in India. So I was a bit surprised that nobody went for him.
Karuna goes for 5.6 crore. Did he get lucky?
No, I don't think so. I think Indian batsmen who have the quality, who's done really well, will go for that kind of value. I'm a bit surprised that not many Indians have gone really, gone ahead of the 10 crore barrier, except for a couple of them, because it's a large auction. You have to, put together the complete team. So that's why possibly the options are there as well with uncapped Indians. So yeah, I mean, Karun is a good buy. I feel he will certainly be good. I mean, Kings 11 have really gone and put their batting together. And it seems like Preeti is in a hurry to put together her team. And I mean, so far they have put together the entire lineup and possibly identified who their captain is. And I think they'll have to start looking at the bowlers going forward.
So KKR not retaining Gautam?
Yeah, I mean, that was known, because if they wanted to retain your captain, then they would have done it before the auction. And once he came back into the auction, it was very obvious that he is not going to be retained. And I think he'll do well for Delhi. He could possibly lead Delhi.
Any specific reason for that?
I have no idea. I mean, it's between the player and the team, and I think it's good for Gautam. It's good for KKR possibly to look ahead. It's not just about this season, but also going forward. I think Gautam has done an excellent job for KKR. And he's still doing a great job, and even if he doesn't lead Delhi, which I think he would, I think he'll still be a very important player in the Delhi lineup.
Which has been the biggest shocker till now?
Sorry?
What has been the biggest shocker till now?
No, I don't think there's been too many shock, that you can think of. Yeah, I mean, I think all the players who are unsold will come back at some point in time during the auction. So I mean, I don't see it to be a real something that went totally unexpected. We all knew that Ben Stokes would go at a high price. Pollard obviously with Mumbai. So I think the expected ones have happened. KKR would possibly miss out on Manish because of the price that he went for. So I guess it's all on expected lines.
Which players' auctions are you looking forward to now?
No, I think the uncapped Indians, I think that'll be interesting. So there'll be some unknown names which Rajasthan have always tried to identify. So it'll be interesting to look at that as well.
And what about KL Rahul? He was 11 crores and RCB did use their RTM for him.
Yeah, I mean, I think you would like to see a local flavor in RCB, and the two big players, KL Rahul and Manish Pandey. Manish, we knew that the right to match was with KKR. Maybe they had a cap for that particular spot. Yeah, I mean 11 crores. It's an RCB call, but you would expect that there would be a local flavor.
Will RCB use RTM for Chahal?
I think so, because Chahal has been their biggest match winner, and someone who they were identified that they would want. We've seen the importance of bowlers. Not many times in a T20 game the focus generally is on the batsman, but I think the bowlers have done an exceptional job. If you look at the history of IPL winners, it's been the bowling strength that have actually contributed to winning the championship.
What do you think about CSK going for Harbhajan over Ashwin?
No, I don't think it was over Ashwin. I think we did discuss this in the pre-auction show a couple of days ago that they would have a cap for Ashwin, and I think we got it right. They had a cap for 4 crores, and he kept going up. So then they had to give up, and then I think they have retained the character of the team in terms of an off spinner, left-hand spinner. They had retained Jadeja, and Bhaji probably will fill up that role, and I think it's a good buy for someone like Bhaji, because he brings in the experience, quality off spinner, and he's still doing well in the shorter format, and then he can bat as well. So I think it's a good buy.
What do you think about Kings Punjab's strategy? They are bidding for almost every player.
No, that's what I said. I mean, it's a strategy to put together a marquee player list in their playing 11, and I think it's worked so far. I mean, they have possibly got all the batting order sorted, so now it's the bowlers. So we'll have to look at the bowlers marquee list.
Yeah. They are planning to finish off before the lunch.
No, I think they've done well. I mean, credit to them. They've probably got the entire organized their entire batting lineup. So I think you'll have to then start looking at the bowlers. Yep. Thanks, guys. Thank you.
Thank you so much.